meeting to order at 5:33 p.m. Will the secretary please call the roll?
Commissioner Becerra.
Here.
Commissioner Contreras-Leo.
Here.
Commissioner Alderete.
Here.
Vice Chair McLaughlin.
Here.
Chair Verino.
Here.
Commissioner Mendoza.
Here.
Commissioner Nguyen.
Here.
Chair, you have quorum.
Thank you. Please join me, stand and join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. Ready to begin. This is the time for public comments. Does a member of the public have any public comments on non-agenda items? Anything that is not listed on the agenda? You may fill out a request to speak form with the secretary, and after introduction, have 3 minutes to speak unless an extension of time is granted by the chairperson. Okay, we're moving on to the consent calendar. Do we have a motion to approve items on the consent calendar?
Motion approved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Okay. We'll then move on now to our business calendar. This is the time and place for the public hearing on item number 1, which is conditional use permit 2017-11. If you wish to address the Planning Commission on this item, please file a request to speak form with the secretary. Comments are limited to 3 minutes unless an extension of time is granted by the chairperson. The action of the Planning Commission is final following consent of the City Council unless, if allowed by the San Antonio Municipal Code, an appeal to the City Council is filed with the Clerk of the Council and a copy is sent to the Planning Department within 10 days from the date of the Commission's action or unless set for public hearing by the City Council. Excuse me. Do any commissioners have anything they wish to disclose with regard to item number 1?
Madam Chair, I have to disclose. Mr. Lam Nguyen, the project manager, is the good friend of mine. We both were served on the Little Saigon Foundation and also at the Bob Catholic. I do know the sister from the Love of the Holy Cross sister. So that with the I did call and spoke to Mr. Lam Nguyen after received the package from the and ask him a little bit more about what his project.
Thank you so much. Staff will now make a presentation on this item.
Yes, good afternoon, Madam Chairman and Planning Commissioners. Get this rolling here. I am Candida Niels Vince Vergoso today. She is out, so I'll do a dual role for you. So the item before you this evening is Angel Preschool Expansion, CUP for our project is 918 North Bewley. The project before you is a request to increase the number of students currently at the preschool from 14, which is a small daycare, to 45, which is a large daycare and needs a CUP. They currently have a land use certificate, ministerial permit that allows them to have up to 14 kids currently on the premises, and due to the large demand of their type of facilities, they're asking to go to a larger preschool. They're also proposing some minor site improvements. Since the front house will not be used as a house, but it's actually the preschool, they want to demolish the garage, keep the roof, and make it a shade structure for the kids. They're also going to add some additional parking spaces out there in order to comply with parking for code for a child care facility. And then they're doing some interior upgrades in order to comply with building and fire code requirements. And again, their operating hours are from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. When they're open for business. They're currently their hours, and they're going to remain as such. Here's a location here of the project site. You can see the front building there again is the house that's going to be used for a preschool expansion. And the back, there's 2 apartment buildings that were moved back there about 40 years ago, and that's currently used as a convent for the sisters, which are in the audience today. I think we can all see where they're at back there. This project site is on Bewley, just north of Hazard and just east of Harbor Boulevard. Here's a couple of photos here, give you an idea what it looks like there. Again, there's the front, there's the house on the upper left, which will be used for the enlarged preschool, and then the bottom right is where the convent is located at, where the nuns live. Here's a couple of site plans. The one on the left shows you what's existing right now, and the one on the right is the proposed. They're pretty much identical with the exception of some additional parking spaces that are located there on the right-hand side of the plan there. That's your site plan. And then the floor plan is, again, it's pretty much identical except for some interior upgrades in order to meet building and fire codes. And again, this floor plan to the right will go from 14 kids to 45 kids. So it's quite an upgrade in building and fire requirements. So in analyzing the project, it will provide a service to the community, preschool-age children, also provide long-term social benefit by providing some additional educational opportunities. This project here, proposal is consistent with California has something called the First 5 California, which is an attempt to get kids before they get in elementary school from 0 to 5 years old. It's a critical component that you get to them early in their lives as their brains develop rapidly at that early stage. So this is consistent with that First 5 California program. Consistent with goals and objectives of the general plan. We have several land use and also our balance of neighborhoods and improving services in the neighborhoods. And then we have conditions of approval on the project that will mitigate any potential impacts that may occur. And with that, staff is recommending that the Planning Commission approve the CUP as conditioned. I can answer any questions you may have, and as you can see, the applicant is in the audience as well to answer any questions regarding the operations of the facility. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any questions of staff?
Yeah.
Commissioner Contreras there?
It says that operating hours are 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Do they have the ability to be open earlier if need be? Most families that need to drop off children at daycare normally need earlier morning hours.
They do, and we have a condition of approval. It's condition number 5 that limits them from 7 to 7. We want to be sure they can provide the services that they want to provide, but not impact the neighborhoods by having a bunch of noise and activities too early or too late. So,
And my second question, how do they promote their program in the community? What is their population?
that's a good question, and I think the sisters can probably answer that better than I can.
Okay.
So thank you.
Thank you. Commissioner Mendoza?
Thank you, Madam Chair. My question has to do with a police department analysis. It's the first time being on the commission that a matter to approve a child care facility comes before me, so I'm still learning. Is that not recommended for child care facilities? Is it just for businesses, or why is there no police department analysis or criteria for recommendation?
Police really focus more on the impacts of ABCC licenses and type of activities like banquet halls and after-hours operations that have shown through history that have an impact on their services. Child care does not have an impact on police services. They get very few, if any, calls for service at these types of uses. So they do review the project through our development review, our site plan review project, and they looked it over and they were okay with the project as proposed and did not require any conditions at all. So.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions? Okay. At this time, would the applicant like to speak?
Good evening, Chairman. Good evening, Commissioner. My name is Lam Nguyen. I'm the project manager of the project. And for this project, I work very close with the planning department. And through those times, we try to meet with all the requirements of the city. And particularly this project is very benefit for the area. All the children there will have more place to study. And especially the sister will take care of the whole school. So by the command of the planning department, please approve the project, and we really appreciate that. And if you have any question, please.
So I think there was one question, and it was from Commissioner Contreras-Leal regarding your
How to promote.
marketing.
The promotion program, I let the sister will answer that.
Very good. We'll ask her when she comes up. Any other questions of applicant? Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Okay, at this time, we'll open up the public hearing, and I have a speaker card for Sister Grace.
Yes. Good evening to all of you. To answer your question, so far we, just by word of mouth We have 12 in our large child care home facility now, but we have more than 50 on the waiting list. So it's by word of mouth. But when we have a preschool, we would do what other preschool normally does, is to have flyer and so forth sent out to the community. So I hope that answered your question.
Yes. Hello, sister, and hello to all the other sisters here today. And also, do you happen to have summer programs and after-school programs?
No after-school program because our facility only allows 45 or 46. I mean, with the requirements of a DSS, Department of Social Service, because we have to comply with their requirements as well. So it's only for preschool now. And I don't know what God planned for us in the future. We have no idea.
Do you provide summer programs?
It's annual. It's a year-long program. So summer is also included in the preschool agenda.
So it's just for the little ones, not
Yes,
for
the
school
little
age?
ones. No,
Okay.
just 2 to 5 years old. And our Angel Preschool will provide the quality education for children 2 to 5 in a safe environment, healthy environment. And the emphasis will be to help our children grow in all domains, spiritually, physically, academically, emotionally, in all the domains of their growth. And on behalf of all our parents, our sisters in our community, we have 65 sisters, and our children that we are serving and will serve, we thank you all for giving us this opportunity to serve for the well-being of the community and for the greater benefit of the community and society.
If I may, Sister, I have one more question.
Yes.
Do you have a kitchen on site, or do the children have to come with a packed lunch?
We do have a kitchen on site, and breakfast, lunch, and snack will be provided. Yes, and our sisters have credentials. We have been educated. I taught. I have my credential, and I have my site supervisor's permit, and so everything's in place. We have sisters in Catholic schools, that will be coming to teach. So we are very well educated, and will hopefully, help our children grow as needed.
Thank you.
So thank you so much. Any other questions?
Sister, could you tell me how much the tuition will be?
We focus on low-income families. So before we set the fee, the monthly fee, we check around to see how much others charge. And so our fee will be $550 for the second child, but we have scholarships. So if family comes and they are low income, we will consider their needs and will provide, child care as needed for the families. So it's our purpose is to reach out to the low income families, and our sisters is all about service. Thank you. Any other questions?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.
And God bless you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Madam Secretary, have we received any written communications on this item?
We have not.
Thank you. Okay, I have no other cards, so we will close the public hearing. Bring it back for a motion. Commissioner McAuliffe?
I'd like to make a motion that we adopt the resolution approving the conditional use permit 2017-11 as conditioned.
Second.
Okay, so I have a motion by Commissioner McAuliffe and a second from,
Everybody
Commissioner.
yeah, I'm not sure who that came from.
I think it was simultaneously.
Pick. Would you like to?
Flip a coin.
Yeah, flip
Oh
a
my
coin. Since Commissioner Contreras-Leo asked the most questions, I'm going to take her on the second.
There you go.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Congratulations, sisters.
Congratulations, sister.
Thank you. Good job.
Okay. Moving right along, we're going to move on to item number 2, which is the conditional use permit number 2017-12. Madam Secretary, have we received any communications on this item?
We have not.
Okay. This is the time and place for public hearing on item number 2017-12. If you wish to address the planning commission on this item, please file a request to speak from the secretary. Comments are limited to 3 minutes unless an extension of time is granted by the chairperson. The action of the planning commission is final following consent of the city council unless if allowed by the Santa Ana Municipal Code. An appeal to the city council is filed with the clerk of the council, and a copy is sent to the planning department within 10 days from the date of the commission's action or unless set for public hearing by the city council. I hear a presentation from staff on this item.
Yes, thank you, Madam Chair, members of the Commission. Before you this evening is an application for a conditional use permit for on-premise alcohol consumption for the Pizza Press, located at 117 West 4th Street, Unit 101. The description of the project really is to sell alcoholic beverages for on-premise consumption with a fast casual restaurant. The location, the unit is actually going through tenant improvements, combining a couple suites to provide the added square footage that they need. The application requires approval of the conditional use permit. As you can see in the aerial view, it's the 4th Street and Sycamore intersection, so the northeast, the building there, the old Ranking Dry Goods building. And it's located in our transit zoning code, SD84, with our downtown subzone. The location is surrounded by commercial and office uses. This is a site plan that was provided to identify the actual location of Unit 101 within the building. So as you can see, it's the unit closest to the intersection there. And this is a floor plan. The orientation is a little odd, so I'll walk you through that, but to the left is actually the main entrance off of 4th Street. And the top, well, actually, that's the west elevation, so Sycamore. I've highlighted the areas where the applicant's proposing to store and display the alcohol. The walk-in cooler, which is the second box to the right, that's about 75 square feet. And then the beer station is something that they commonly use almost for presentation purposes, but usually carry some craft beers for display with a couple of the downspouts. So as you can see, it's only about 125 square feet of the total area, which is less than the 5% required by the code. So the project will provide an added service to the residents and visitors in downtown, and it's actually the first of its kind to provide a service of this sort. We do have a couple more in Santa Ana, but not in downtown, one specifically at the Main Place Mall, or former Main Place Mall. No sensitive land uses nearby, no specific residential uses nearby, and then the standards that we apply for on-premise consumption will address any potential negative impacts. With that, staff recommends that the Planning Commission tonight approve conditional use permit number 2017-12. We do have a representative here from the applicant. He was unfortunately not able to be here tonight. If you have any further technical questions about the applicant and the operations, I'd be happy to answer any further questions. Thank you.
Thank you. Commissioner Becerra?
Hi, just one question.
Yes.
What kind of alcohol is going to be sold? Is it beer and wine or full liquor?
No, it's actually just beer and wine.
Okay, I was looking through the report. I didn't see it listing where.
I thought we had placed that one, but yeah, it's
Type 41.
Type 41 beer and wine. The business, since it is a franchise business, most of the other locations already offer that service. And what they actually go for is to use local breweries to do that promotion within, like craft brews within the vicinities. So
Thank goodness
I think,
we've approved some then.
yeah, I think they'll be using some of the ones nearby.
Awesome, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Any other questions of staff? Thanks, Ivan.
All right, thank you.
So you said the applicant's not representative.
We have a representative from the applicant, well, there was two members, Alex Wu and Kevin Hufford were not able to come in tonight, but they did send someone else from the company.
Okay.
All right.
So would you like to speak on behalf of the applicant? It's up to you. It's your choice.
I don't have much to say. My name is Tucker Franz, but I'm from Genesis Consulting, which is a representative for Pizza Press at this location. I just want to thank Ivan for handling the case as well as the commission for hearing it. But if you guys have any specific questions about the operation, the franchise, anything, then you can direct them at me.
Do you have any questions on the applicant? Okay, great, thank you.
Well, just one
Oh,
quick. It is a
hang on.
franchise.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
That's it? Thank
Thanks,
you.
guys. Thank you.
So at this time, we'll go ahead and open up the public hearing. And since I don't have any speaker cards, we will go ahead and close the public hearing, bring it back for any comments or entertain a motion. Commissioner Nguyen?
I'd like to motion to approve the conditional use permit number 217-12
Second.
as the condition.
I have a motion and
Still
a second
second.
from Commissioner Becerra. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, very good. Congratulations. Move on to item number 3. This is the time and place for the public hearing on item number 3, which is the conditional use permit 2017-13. If you wish to address the Planning Commission on this item, please file a request to speak form with the Secretary. Comments are limited to 3 minutes unless an extension of time is granted by the chairperson. The action of the Planning Commission is final following consent of the City Council unless, if allowed by the Santa Ana Municipal Code, an appeal to the City Council is filed with the Clerk of the Council and a copy is sent to the Planning Department within 10 days from the date of the Commission's action or unless set for public hearing by the City Council. And Madam Secretary, do we have any written communications on this item?
We do not.
Thank you. So, give staff presentation now?
Staff is ready, and I'm back to close up the evening, hopefully here. Green Parrot, currently operating at this location here on North Main Street, been right across from the main place mall, right across from the Bowers Museum. They are looking to upgrade their beer and wine license to a full-service license, and no other site improvements. So pretty much just a 41 to a 47 license. They've been there over 20 years. The restaurant's been there. The applicant's been there for about 8 years operating at the facility there at the Green Parrot Villa. Zoning is commercial, general plan's commercial. You got a mixture of commercial, office, and then to the east, residential uses. What's up there in the Museum District corridor, again across from Bowers, right near the Fire Freeway. A couple of photographs of the site. To the one there, upper left, is looking at it across from Bowers, looking eastbound on Main Street. And the other one's interior picture of the courtyard there for the Green Parrot Villa. Here's a site plan. Green Parrot's within this little cluster of 3 buildings, all owned by the same owner, and the 3 buildings share a parking lot, and the Green Parrot in this little combined complex. Here's our floor plan. Nothing's going to change in the floor plan. Again, we currently have beer and wine storage there. I'm just going to add the additional distilled spirits if it gets approved tonight, this location. Project site itself meets all of the standards in our code that govern ABC licenses. Additional amenity by providing full service of liquor, full variety of liquor. We have standards in place in our code. They're going to ensure that it remains operational, a good eating establishment, and not an attractive nuisance. Doesn't impact the community. And because they've been there for so long, the police did a search of the last year's activities, and there were there were 3 calls for service to the site, but no reports. This means there were just minor calls, a couple of false alarms, and 1 welfare check on somebody else in the vicinity. So nothing's impacted there. And what's important, it shows the operational history of the applicant right here. So you can see they've been a good operator, and we don't envision any issues occurring in the future here. Police didn't require any more conditions. They feel that the current standards in place will cover any potential concerns that we may have. And with that, our recommendation this evening is to approve the CEP as before you. Thank you very much. Any questions, I can answer them. And the applicants are here in the audience, the last 2 remaining non-staff members.
Thank you. Any questions of staff? Commissioner Eldred?
Just one. So the Green Parrot opened in 2008. Is that when is that the first instance in which they used the 41?
Back in the 90s, 98, when the first restaurant was there,
Okay.
20 years ago.
All right, thanks.
Any other questions? And would the applicant like to comment on this item?
If you think it's necessary, we will.
No, it's not necessary. It's
Not necessary.
It's up to you. It's just.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Javier Gonzalez, and we currently own the Green Parrot Villa with my associate Aaron Montoya. The reason we actually are applying for an upgrade liquor license is just to give better service to the community. Our place, we're pretty proud to say that we have been serving you for more than 8 years. I myself, I own a business, same as my associates, and we try just to be with the community. And we would like our place to be there for anybody that is welcome to come.
Thank you. Are there any questions of the applicant? Very good. Thank you so much. Thank you. Madam Secretary, I already asked you if we received anything. Okay. Not going by script. The public hearing is now open. I do not have any speaker cards, and seeing no one else in the audience, we'll go ahead and close the public hearing. Bring it back to the commission for any comments. Commissioner Becerra.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I'd like to go ahead and make a motion that we adopt a resolution approving conditional use permit number 2017-13.
I second.
Okay, I got a tie here.
Flip the coin again.
What was that?
Flip the coin again. Mr. McLaughlin.
Mark, any interest? Who's louder?
That's fine.
I'll take a second from Commissioner Mendoza. I got a motion from Commissioner Becerra and a second by Commissioner Mendoza. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Thank you. Congratulations. Those are nice and easy. So we are now on to, that's the end of the business calendar, so we'll move on to staff comments. Vince, did you have any for Candida?
None tonight, thank you.
Thank you. And commissioner comments, we'll start, Commissioner Nguyen.
I wondered, the Leeds City Commissioner training, the last time was not don't have enough seat for us able to go. You know when the city would have the next training, commissioner training, will be available, will be conducted, you know?
No, but I'll look into that. I think you're talking about maybe the League of Cities?
Yes.
Training? Yeah, that's an annual event, so it would be sometime next year.
It's annual.
Once a year? Thank you.
You know, Sarah's on board now, and we'll just tickle that and get it out in front of that and be sure that we get information out to you right away since we hear about it. I know it does sell out pretty quickly, so.
Yeah, since I think three of us are very new in this, we'd like to learn our job more, would be more effective, better serve the city.
I think part of that training on May 8th would be kind of cover some of the rules, regulations, expectations.
Great.
A little bit of everything. We'll catch all.
There is another session, but I'm not sure what the scope of it is, but there is another session, I think, in the September-October timeframe in Monterey.
Yeah, we'll look into that. Monterey sounds awesome. Eric, bring your golf club.
Just saying.
There's options.
No, it's just a lot of good golf courses.
There's options, is what he's saying.
The options are a plethora of golf courses.
Well, let us look into that and find out. The city now has a little bit of funds to do some travel, but you know the budget's a little bit tough. I'm sure you would.
It comes down to a coin toss.
Green fees are not included.
Commissioner Mendoza.
Oh, I just want to wish all the commissioners and Madam Chair and the whole staff a happy Easter. I think the weather's going to be beautiful, so enjoy it.
Thank you. Commissioner McLaughlin?
No comment.
Commissioner Already?
I have nothing.
Commissioner Contreras-Garcia?
No.
Commissioner Becerra? No. And I have nothing tonight either, so thank you. We will adjourn.
Thank you.
Good.